click on the bell. Once the bell is clicked, you will get all notifications. Thank you. Hello everyone, please welcome and join me These Steps Cooking. Today I'm going to share with you a very tasty and delicious naan. I'm going to make it with potato stuffing. We call it aloo. Very easy to make, a very tasty and delicious naan. It's so easy to make and it's so simple. You have your griddle, your tawa ready, and you have your homemade naans are ready. Without wasting any time, let's start with the ingredients. First we're going to make a dough, and for dough we're going to get one mixing bowl. All-purpose flour will be 1 cup. It's a room temperature milk. It will be 1/4 cup. Dahi 2 tablespoons, and that is homemade. Olive oil, you can use any vegetable oil. We're going to use 1 tablespoon. Sugar, baking powder, salt will be 1/2 teaspoon each. Now we're going to bring all-purpose flour, salt, baking powder, sugar, oil. We're going to bring milk. We're going to use the dahi, 2 tablespoons, 2. Now we're going to knead the dough, and these are the perfect measurement. This recipe is a tested recipe to make a dough start kneading. So we're going to knead it. And please make sure that when you knead it, your hand should be clean. So our dough is kneaded. So this is all. It's done. Now we're going to get container, and what we're going to do, we're going to just put a little oil on our fingers. We're going to make sure that we coated the bottom, and now we're going to transport the dough. So please pull the dough from top, and if we look at the bottom, this is how it looks. So we just like tuck it in, and now we're going to place it into the container. A little bit olive oil on top. You can use a brush or you can use your finger. We're going to let the dough rest for a couple hours. Our dough has been rested for 2 hours and it's ready. We got 1 potato, that is a medium-sized potato, and we boiled it and cut into small pieces. And now we're going to mash it. All the spices we're going to use will be 1/2 teaspoon. It will be cumin powder, dry mint, degi mirch, paprika, coriander powder, garam masala, and salt. Fresh ginger will be 1/2 teaspoon, and 1/2 teaspoon serrano chili and coriander leaves, which is dhania. And we're going to garnish our naan with the sesame seed. So first we're going to mash our potatoes really well. The potatoes are nicely mashed. We're going to bring all the spices. So we're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon green serrano chili, 1/2 teaspoon ginger, 1/2 teaspoon we're going to use coriander leaf, which is a dhania. So we're going to mix it well, and this is going to be our potato stuffing, potato filling, or in other words aloo filling. Our 1 cup of dough, we're going to make a 3 potato naan, aloo naan. Going to make a 3 nice size of dough balls. So now we're going to roll out. Get some little olive oil or any vegetable oil, whatever you prefer, and coat it, and then you press it. So we're going to stretch out with the hand. You can use a rolling pin, but this is a perfect. Now we're going to bring our stuffing. You can add 1 to 2 tablespoons. So that's a good amount of stuffing. So now we're going to roll out. We're going to roll in our dough ball. So as you see, it's nicely rolled. So we're going to add some cilantro, dhania, and we're going to add some sesame seed. So now we're going to put it on the other side. Get the rolling pin. Put some olive oil on the rolling pin, and we're going to roll out. It's getting harder to roll out with the rolling pin. As you can see, it's splitting up. You can use your hand, and so you squeeze out, and that way it will seals it. We're going to wet it. Once it's nicely wet, So we're going to start our gas on high, and we're going to keep the griddle. So as we see the griddle, our tawa is hot. We're going to pick up the naan, our potato naan, and we're going to place it right on our tawa and then tap it so it can stick better to our tawa. It started to change the color, it started to bubble out. Now we're going to pick up our tawa and we're going to turn it around on top of the flame on the gas. And we have to cook it on all sides. So don't worry about it if it's start burning, because those are the coriander leaves. They will burn real fast because the gas is high. Look at it start puffing up beautifully. So you just turn around like this. You cook it from all sides. Look at this. Wow, it's so beautiful. Now we're going to put some butter on top of it. And now it's really important when you're doing this, bring your gas to medium. So you want to cook it like this with the butter on for another minute. If you keep your gas high, then it will start burning. So now we can scrape it off from the bottom. Wow, look, it's so beautiful. It's looking so nice. Again on tawa, like a half a minute or so. So this way it will be fully nicely cooked. So now our potato naan is ready, and we're going to shift on other side. And now we're going to prepare another one. So we cleaned our tawa again. It's a good idea that prior to using it, you cleaned it again. Now we're going to get the dough ball. We're going to flatten out nicely. When you're doing the stuffing one, it's a good idea, use your hand. You can use a rolling pin as I shown to you earlier. Once this is flattened out nicely, we can put a good amount of stuffing. 2 tablespoons of stuffing, and now we're going to seal it. Sealing part is really important. When you get dough ball like this, then you sealed it from top. Then it won't open. Now you press it down. And now we're going to turn it over. Show you again the cilantro. This just brings the outlook, and you can add some sesame seed. So press it down. And now we're going to turn this one over. So flatten it out as big you can. Or the other way is getting the rolling pin and roll out. But if you feel easy this way, then do it this way. It's now changing color, and now we're going to turn it over on high gas. So just to keep moving, keep turning, so that way, you have cook all the sides. Peeking inside, if it's done, you don't want to let it sit. Look at this. Wow. It's so beautiful. And now we're going to bring our gas again on medium. And we're going to put some butter. After adding butter, we're going to scrape the naan, and on medium gas, we're going to keep it another half a minute or so. And if I can show it to you at the bottom. Wow, look at this. That's called easy steps cooking. That's delicious. That's a nice texture. So we're going to keep it another 20-30 seconds, and this is fully cooked, and now we're going to take it out. And the same way, look at those naans. We're going to apply some butter. Wow, it looks so delicious. And our potato naan. If we look at the bottom, wow, looks so good. And now we're going to take it out. It's very easy to make. If you don't have an oven, you can make tandoor style naan on your tawa. And these are potato filling, potato naan, aloo naan. And they are very tasty and very delicious. And if I break it, and you will see the filling. Wow, look at this. It's a mouth-watering filling. And I hope you're going to like this one. If you like it, please like and subscribe Easy Steps Cooking. Thank you, and bye-bye.